Are you struggling to come up with original content week in and week out? Start a podcast. Interview your ideal clients, let them talk about what they care about most, and never run out of content ideas again. Learn more at sweetfishmedia.com.
You're listening to B2B Growth, a daily podcast for B2B leaders. We've interviewed names you've probably heard before, like Gary Vaynerchuk and Simon Sinek, but you've probably never heard from the majority of our guests. That's because the bulk of our interviews aren't with professional speakers and authors. Most of our guests are in the trenches leading sales and marketing teams. They're implementing strategy. They're experimenting with tactics. They're building the fastest growing B2B companies in the world. My name is James Carberry. I'm the founder of Sweetfish Media, a podcast agency for B2B brands, and I'm also one of the co-hosts of this show. When we're not interviewing sales and marketing leaders, you'll hear stories from behind the scenes of our own business. We'll share the ups and downs of our journey as we attempt to take over the world. Just kidding. Well, maybe. Let's get into the show.
Hello, I'm Todd Hockenberry from Top Line Results and bringing you another installment of the B2B Growth Series focusing on manufacturing. Top Line Results is a full-service growth consulting firm, and I've been working with manufacturing and industrial companies for over 30 years now, 10 years as a consultant with Top Line Results. And we're super grateful to be here and have this opportunity to talk to you. Thank you, James, and the team at Sweetfish Media for the great job you do hosting podcasts. Our first two episodes, we talked about managing your contacts and fixing your website already. The next one today is we're going to talk about updating all of your owned media. And what I mean by owned media is what you control. The other types of media are earned media or paid media. And earned media would be, say, press notices or influencer marketing. And paid media is just that media you pay for, like a paid ad, an advertorial, a placement in a magazine, things like that. But today we're going to talk about owned media, which are the things that you own and directly control. So I see this way too often where companies that they're in the manufacturing space don't really pay attention to their own media anywhere near to the level they should. In the day and age where something like 97% of B2B purchases start with an internet search, your own media is the first impression you're going to make on prospects, and as well as the ongoing impression you make with your prospects, customers, and anybody you want to work with in your ecosystem, whether it's a partner, whether it's a supplier, and certainly prospective employees, people that want to work for you. They're going to engage with your own media first. So if you don't update it, if it looks like it's from 2007, then you're telling the world that you don't really care about them, because that's how they want to engage with you and your brand to start. So owned media, again, are things like your website. Do you have a blog? How about your email template? Is your social media sites? How many of you out there have a LinkedIn profile that just has that nice blue background with little stars on it? That tells your prospects and the people that are searching for you that you don't really pay attention and care about LinkedIn. What about your other social media sites, your Twitter? Are you using images, videos, whether it's Facebook? Are you updating those so they look like you're present and available and you're interested in engaging with people on those platforms? How about your printed materials? Are your printed materials obsolete? Or are they, and well, I think in some cases, printed materials are obsolete by definition, but in the industrial world, if you're at a trade show, if you're meeting people face to face, you still need good printed materials. But are they telling your story the way you want to tell it, or are they just kind of glorified catalogs with a logo on them and they don't really tell much of a story at all? How about your building? What's the impression people get when they drive by your office or walk into your front office? Do you have a receptionist? Is there a person there to greet them? Or if you're like a lot of industrial and manufacturing companies, there's a locked door with a buzzer, which tells people you'd rather not bother with them. You're kind of annoyed when you show up. So how about your voicemail system? Is very much like your front office? Do you greet your prospects and people that are calling in with a recorded message and an 8-option menu where you're constantly, you ask them to listen to it again because the options may have changed? And again, the whole time you're doing that, you're telling people you'd rather they not bother you and rather not call you. You don't really want to talk to them. You'd rather they engage with a voicemail system. Those are not the way to engage with people today. Modern buyers want to connect with you right now, when they want to connect with you, how they want to connect with you. And your own media is the way they're going to engage with you. And there is no excuse anymore for manufacturing and industrial companies not to have sharp, crisp, solid owned media in terms of its look and feel. If you don't have a graphic artist in-house, if you don't have somebody that has that kind of talent on your staff, if you're a smaller company, that's fine. Many don't. But there are lots of options out there for contractors. Go to Fiverr, for example. There's tons of people out there that will create great, high-quality graphics for you that will make these owned media pieces look good. And your building in your office is up to you. Again, no excuse there. The idea is that you have to be up to date and fresh and show your commitment to your audience by caring enough that you're going to give them good quality content, good quality images, good quality video, and a good quality content that shows that you understand who they are, what they're dealing with, what their issues are, and how you're going to help them. Because again, remember, 74% of sales or more go to the first company that was helpful. And if a large percentage of buyers find you first by being online, if you take those two things together, the way people are going to engage with you and the people that win are the ones that are helpful online. They're helpful with their own media that people find. Even if somebody goes to Google and types in your company's name, did they see a Google profile and a business listing that's up to date, that has all the relevant information? Can they see your phone number, your hours, the kind of information they would want to know quickly when it pops up a Google search for a company? So even if they know you, don't take them for granted. Own your own media and make sure it's optimized and is at a very high quality. Because again, if you're just pitching features and products into your media and you're just talking about what you do and how great you are, you're not really helping, and you really should stop that. You should create media that people want to consume, when they want to consume, and how they want to consume it. And this gets to the heart of the idea of creating content for your business. Again, if people are going to find you first using your content, as well as your content and your website and your online presence is going to help you build credibility with anybody you do business with or you have a relationship with, then you've got to be helpful there. And as you grow and as you start to drive more traffic, you can start to drive conversions where people will follow up with you and they'll connect with you and they'll download your offers. But you've got to have that core stuff in place first before anybody's going to engage with you. So number one, get your own media up to a high quality in terms of design, content, and helpfulness. And then you have the opportunity to begin engaging them. And then you can start to talk to them and start a conversation. One of the most important things I see in content is it's often reflected in a website page, what we would call a hub page, which is around a particular topic. So for example, one I just created recently for my website, it's about manufacturing marketing. And it's a very long form page, probably 3,000 words, with lots of links and resources and videos on this one page that just talks about the idea of manufacturing marketing, how you do it, when you do it, tips, lots of helpful free information that people can gather. Go check it out. If you Google manufacturing marketing and top line results or my name, you're going to find it. It's already ranking in the top 10 after just a few months of being out there. And obviously it was well optimized as well. But this type of a hub page, it goes to the type of thinking you have when you create your own content. I don't want to create content that's necessarily just talking about me or my features or what I do. I want to talk about what they do and what they need. So when you think about this owned media, think about creating pillars of your content that you can build a foundation on digitally as well as offline, because these types of pages can be used in your sales process. They can be shared. You're just being helpful by putting all this information around one particular topic in one place. So again, to summarize, make sure your own media, everything that you control, is optimized, is at a high quality, is consistent. Make sure logos are the same, your wording is consistent, because you can control those things. There's lots of things in this world of marketing and to B2B and manufacturing companies you can control. Your own media is one. Don't take it for granted. I would challenge senior leaders, CEOs, presidents, owners, look at your own media and make a commitment to making sure it's consistent and that your team is updating it and keeping it fresh at a very high level. If not, what you're telling your marketplace is that you don't really care about them because that's where they go first. I'm Todd Hockenberry. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of the B2B Growth Show in the Manufacturing Series.
Hey guys, if you've been listening to B2B Growth for a while, you know we're good friends with Sangram over at Terminus. So we wanted to let you know something really cool he's up to lately. This week and this week only, Sangram's newest book, ABM is B2B, is available for just $1.99. That's right, $1.99, a steal from the regular $14.95 price. And here are a few reasons why you want to check out this book. One, you'll learn stories from 6 companies and the specific steps they took to take their ABM program from good to great. You'll also learn the team framework that Sangram talks about and is time-tested in over 100 companies. If that's not enough, they're giving away 100% of the profits and $10 per review of the book to the New Story charity. So check out the link in the show notes to take advantage of this screaming deal and get your copy of ABM is B2B by Sangram Vajre and Eric Spett on Amazon for just $1.99 this week.